Hi everyone. Today I'm going to read you this story called Lali's Feather. It's about a little girl who finds a feather that she thinks is lost. And she looks really hard to figure out who it belongs to or where it belongs. Lali's Feather. Lali found a feather in the field. Whose feather, she did not know. It was a sweet feather, though. Oh, Ma, was little feather lost? Lali set out to find Feather a home. Rooster, Rooster, is this feather yours? Lali asked. No, Lali, nah, Rooster replied. My feather is a big feather. It makes me a lordly bird. That feather is a little feather. It's not mine. Crow, Crow, is this feather yours? Lali asks. No, Lali, no, Crow replied. My feather is a perky feather. It makes me a speedy bird. That feather is a pokey feather. It's not mine. Look at that beautiful peacock. Peacock, Peacock, is this feather yours? Lali asked. No, Lali, no, Peacock replied. My feather is a fancy feather. It makes me a handsome bird. That feather is a plain feather. It's not mine. Cheeky birds, cried Lali. If you don't want feather, I shall keep it. And that is what she did. Feather and I will do 100 things, Lali said. She ran to show Hen her feather. Looks like Lali might be a ballerina. Look at how she runs. Go, go, Hen giggled. My feather can keep my babies warm. Lali, oh Lali, what can little feather do? Feather can do this, Lali said. Lali and Feather wrote a note to Goat. Oh, Ma, Hen exclaimed. I didn't know little Feather could do that. Lali ran to show Duck her feather. Oh, go, Duck chuckled. My feather can keep me dry from shore to shore. Lali, oh Lali, what can Pokey Feather do? Feather can do this, Lali said. Feather and Lali swept the floor from door to door. Oh, Ma, Duck cried. I didn't know Pokey Feather could do that. Lali ran to show Blue Jay her feather. Go, go, Blue Jay tittered. My feather makes everyone say, ooh, ah. Lali, oh Lali, what can a plain feather do? Feather can do this, said Lali. Feather and Lali fanned the fire a little higher. Oh, Ma, Blue Jay cried. I didn't know plain little Feather could do all that. The Blue Jay's a beautiful bird, isn't it? Feather and Lali made Sister sneeze. Feather and Lali tickled Bapu's toe, too. Little Feather twirled and whirled. It shimmered and glimmered. Wow, it's a clever feather, observed the birds. The old wind burst with a whoosh and gave little Feather a great big lift. Feather flip-flopped, teeter-tottered. Up went Feather, up, up, higher and higher, over the huts, over the smelly bins, over mango trees and tamarind tree. Oi, Feather, stop. Feather didn't stop. Feather flittered, Feather fluttered, Feather floated away. Oh, Ma, Feather, sweet Feather, sobbed Lali. Rooster wept too. Lali, dear Lali, you can have my feather, cried Hen. I could not write a note, but it's a warm feather. Do take mine, cried Duck. It cannot sweep a floor, but it's a dry feather. Here's mine, cried Blue Jay. I cannot fan a fire, but it's a colorful feather. But Lali didn't want their feathers. Lali wanted her feather, her little pokey, plain feather. Lali, dear Lali, dry your tears, Crow cried. I will bring sweet Feather back in a jiffy, in a snap, in a blink of an eye. Crow flapped her speedy feathers and flew from tree to tree. And Peacock? Why, he also flew because he missed Feather too. Fly, birds, fly, faster, faster. Wait, Feather, wait, nah. Hi-yo, Lali's feather came back. Hip, hip, hooray, cried the birds. Lali, oh Lali, we want to play with Feather too. Lali and Feather played in the field with friends until the end of the day. The next day, Lali found a button in the field. Whose button? She did not know. It was a shiny button, though. The end. That was a fun story. Who would think you could do so many things with a feather? Lali had a great imagination, didn't she? And I imagine that if this story were to continue, we would find all the fun things Lali would do trying to find who this button belonged to. This book had really pretty pictures too, didn't it? I hope you all enjoyed it. Come back so I can read to you again soon. Have a great day, everyone.